Hello and welcome. I'm Jeff Graham, and today I have a very special treat for you because we are at beautiful Rock Island State Park in Tennessee, and today we're going waterfalling. Okay, so conditions are a lot better than they were last week. And last week I came down here, it was pretty much flood conditions. Not so much for photography. It made it really hard to access anything. This was all underwater right here. So now I'm navigating these rocks and I'm gonna try to find a place to cross. The water's moving pretty fast, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. I apologize for the background noise, but these waterfalls are huge. Something else I wanted to mention is that when I'm hiking like this, if I don't have trekking poles, I usually will extend a tripod leg. That gives me something to at least help shift my weight and everything. With a heavy photo pack, I've got a lot of weight to carry, especially while vlogging. So it's just a lot of stuff to keep track of, and I'm gonna keep going here. Hopefully we can find something. Wow, well, we finally made it out here, and it is an absolutely beautiful day outside. I love getting outside and being in a beautiful landscape like this. So the sun is pretty hot right now and beaming down on me. I've gotten rid of the sunglasses. They go in the pack when it's like this. I like a wide brimmed hat. I don't like shooting with sunglasses for the most part. They're polarized. It makes it hard for me to see the back of the screen. I can't see in the viewfinder very well. This just makes me a lot more comfortable, keeps the sun off my neck. Feel a lot better with it. So let's get out here and make some great photos. I'm waiting for the sun to set a little bit more in the afternoon. You can still see there's some hot spots over there, and I don't want direct sunlight on my waterfalls. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna do a little bit of time-lapse photography right now. I've got my 7D Mark II set up with a 16 to 35 millimeter lens. I've got a 10-stop neutral density on there, a circular polarizer to remove some of the glare. And right now I'm at f8, 6-second exposures. And I'm just gonna do a little time lapse of this area right here while I'm waiting. Probably grab some lunch too. I've got some energy bars, have some water, and you'll see that now. My first setup right now, got the sticks in the water. You always want to extend your first tier first, and that's so when it's down in mud or water or something like that, you're not getting a bunch of stuff in here rather than jamming this first link down into like mud or silt or something. Right now I'm using one of my extra camera bags. There's a little bit of counterweight. There's a hook on here. That just helps keep things a little bit more stable. This thing is rock solid right now. And then right now, as far as camera setup goes, I'm on the 5D Mark III. I've got the 35 1.4 Mark II. And right now I don't have neutral density filters that are 72 millimeter. I do, but not enough for this kind of photography. So right now I've got my 77 9-stop neutral density filter on there and a circular polarizer. I've got the cap on it right now because we're getting a little bit of spray from the wind. So if I'm not shooting, I've got that covered. This is just a remote cable release. I've got one that plugs in. This is just a wireless one. I like the wireless, it's cool. And I've also got the little screen on the back here. This prevents extra light from straying into the viewfinder when the mirror is up, and just make sure that we get nice clean shots when we're doing 30-second, 60-second exposures, whatever. So right now, I think the first settings, they're at f8, low ISO, which is like 50, and I'm at like 20 seconds, and I'm up to 30 seconds sometimes in the shadows. One option I do have, if I need to with Photoshop, is I could take a 30-second exposure of this area and like a 15-second exposure of that area and blend them. I prefer not to, and a few minutes ago I did get a really good cloud that covered right there, and that gave me enough shade to maybe get a shot. So I'm down here with the 135 f2, one of my favorite lenses of all time. It's one of the oldest lenses that Canon still makes, but it's an incredible lens, very sharp. I'm actually using it wide open at f2 right now to get kind of a different look. And I'm at 4-second exposure, low ISO, ISO 50, and I've got a 9-stop neutral density filter and a circular polarizer on it right now to help take out some of the glare. And I'm waiting for some clouds to kind of come over. I've got it set up on the wireless trigger so I can be walking around, get a snack, get a drink, set up the video camera, do whatever else I need to do. And as soon as the cloud passes over, that evens out the exposure with the foreground and the background, take the shot. Okay, so it's finally time to bring this bad boy out. This is the Canon 100-400 f4.5-5.6 Mark I. I don't have the Mark II yet, sorry. But the last time I came here was last week, and that was actually the first time I came here. And that was almost flood conditions. I wouldn't even be able to stand where I'm at right now. The water was so high. And the other thing I discovered was that a lot of the action, there's a lot of tight, small areas, little vignettes, little details in these waterfalls that I really wanted to capture, and I didn't have a lens long enough last time. So I don't normally do waterfalls with this lens, but it seemed like it made sense here. Every waterfall is a little different. Right now I've got a 9-stop neutral density filter on it, a circular polarizer. I'm at 50 ISO, 30 seconds, f8. Looks absolutely fantastic. To mention that when you're using long telephoto lenses like this and you're doing long exposures, you want to turn image stabilization off. That little motor in there will try to stabilize your tripod and it will cause you to have a soft shot. So if you have lenses like this one or anything else that's stabilized, turn IS off whenever you're doing long exposures. Beautiful. Okay, well that was the last composition of the day. I saw it as I was hiking back out of the gorge here, and it's just a lovely overview of the whole scene. Really beautiful. I've really enjoyed being out here today. Anyway, I'm on the 50mm f1.2. I'm at f8, 3.2 seconds, low ISO, with a 6-stop neutral density filter on it right now. I didn't want to go too heavy with the neutral density because I don't want any of this foreground foliage to be swaying around too much. I don't like the look of that. So I think that's a good wrap for the day. I'm gonna head back up to the car. Okay, well that's all for today from Rock Island State Park. I had an absolutely incredible day today. Hopefully you all enjoyed it as well. It was an amazing, beautiful day. We got lots of great shots of these waterfalls behind me, had an amazing time. And even if I didn't get great shots, I still would have had an amazing time because how could you not? It's such a beautiful place out here. So if you liked what you see and if you'd like to see more of this kind of stuff, please comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know how you guys like to shoot waterfalls. Good luck and happy shooting.